Okay, I want to talk to you about prefixes. Prefixes are little pieces of a word that are at the beginning of the word. Here are some pretty common prefixes. So when you see these attached to a word, this is one of the chunks that I want you to be looking for when you're reading. You can attach this to other words, like the strategy we're using this week is the reread strategy. So reread. Re just means again, okay? That's the meaning. So when you look at this word, it's again read. When you reread, you want to read it again. How about, let's attach it to this little word. See the word do? You're gonna again do. You're gonna do it again. Maybe you need to, if you want to, have you ever had your parents say something? Oh, we need to reheat that. We need to heat it again. Re is a prefix, a little chunk right here that means again. When you know the meaning of different prefixes, you can make really smart guesses about what a word would mean. Here's another one. So re means again, dis means not, or it could mean the opposite of. So one that you might, a word you might have heard before, disagree. So when you're thinking, let's take that chunk, dis off the word agree. So I not agree with you. I am the opposite of agreeing with you. I disagree with you. See how that prefix, that little chunk, can help you figure out the meaning of a new word. Un also means not, or the opposite of. Un you have heard so many times. It's a chunk you're going to look for when you're reading. I am unable to do that. Little word able, chunk un. I am not able to do it. I am the opposite of able to do that. Unhappy. You have seen this chunk a lot. The last one that you see a lot, pre. Pre means before. I use this word all the time. When I say, hey, we're going to take our spelling pre-test. Little word test, the chunk pre. We're going to be taking the before test. It's the test before the test. If I want you to preview something, I want you to view it before. These chunks on words, when you know the meanings of these, it helps you become a smarter reader. When you see this chunk at the beginning of a word, you can make a really smart guess for the meaning of the word. What I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you take your prefix foldable and you are going to find examples of re, dis, un, and pre words in your reading. One of the things that you want to make sure, it has to be attached to an actual word. Okay, some kids get a little crazy and they see words like oh, here's one. Here's a better example. They'll see the word disturb and you're like, oh, there's dis, but is turb a word? No. So make sure that the prefix is attached to an actual word when you're collecting them. Sound good?